Testing.
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 This is on. It's off. Don't mute.
Testing.
Not really. Game to be live streamed. After that score.
Yeah, so I've got this one. He's got this side over here. So go get rid of the same.
Wat de geesteren.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Unikayo Sogutu, and with me is, and we will be live, bringing the game live to you at Westering High School. It is Woodridge versus Westering High School, Westering being the home side. Boys doing their war cry over there, wearing their white of the three kits. 12 of those Westering boys versus that Woodridge side. It's the white versus the yellow at Westering High School. Avumile Katu for the kick-off.
It seems like a beautiful weather to be out here today. I'm sure everyone in the stands and on the field is in a good mood.
Most definitely, you know, field being quite dry. Boys will have the best of grip. Shouldn't be any people slipping today. It will be that man Avumile Katu for the kickoff. Whistle goes off. It's Katu, kicks it deep into Woodridge's half. It's Woodridge for the attack.
Woodridge carries the ball back quite far towards the 50-meter line. What a strong carry by Woodridge's number 1. Took up quite a bit of meters. Beautiful box kick by the number 9. Now everyone is on the chase.
Gavin Chabanel, that number 9 over there. Woodridge trying to get possession of the ball. Westering maintaining that position over there. Looks like Ndogozo Ghana to take it up for Westering High School. Westering High School still with ball in hand. It's that big man, Luther Human, skipper of the Westering side. Toby Westering with a bit of a fumble. Avumile Katu trying to recover. Big stepper he is. Moving brazenly. Passes it out to Atula Tita Titi. Tries to step. Doesn't get the better of his man. Woodridge getting very close to Westering's touch line. Westering try line.
They might have possession of the ball, but they're moving quite a few meters back. The only thing they can do right now is to exit the ball and clear their own 22.
It's that man, Katu, to try and clear. Doesn't get the ball far. It's number 14 from Woodridge, Buzwe Pango. Woodridge with possession of the ball. It's that man, Gabin, once again. At number 9, off to Buko.
Westering leaves quite a big space on the blind side. It would be a very easy try if Woodridge just play hands all the way to the blind side.
Great tackle. Great tackle from Apelele Mamoti. Westering number 4. Woodridge moving closer to Westering's try line. And it is try time for Woodridge. Early within the game. Few minutes, 1 minute off. It will be Woodridge with that first try. Opening the game will be that man.
That was a beautiful defense, but Woodridge managed to keep the ball in hand and get a corner try out of that.
Buzwe Pango scoring that first try for Woodridge. Great try. Getting the ball out wide to that winger. And he was gone. Apologies, seems to be Mihlali Sodladla, the fullback.
Everyone in the stands goes silent and waits for the kick.
It will be Junaid. And he gets it over. Adding those extra 2 points is Woodridge's number 13. Outside centre over there, Junaid. Score 7 for Woodridge.
Now we're all waiting for the kickoff from Westering High School, and we're all waiting to see how big the chase is going to be.
You know, early within the game, the boys just need to get their heads in the game, focus, get the basics right, ball in hand.
I believe this was a wake-up call for Westering, and hopefully they got the call, and hopefully they're going to answer it.
Junaid for the clear. Off to Latita Titi. Big stepper. Inside, outside. Tries to go for the bounce. Taken to ground. Woodridge gets possession of the ball. It will be that man, Gabin, once again. Off to Buko.
Beautiful
inside step.
Beautiful step by Buko. Passes to number 5. He places it beautifully.
It's that man, Gabin, once again. Takes it off to Buko. Buko, beautiful pass. Man tries to offload the ball. Unsuccessful in doing so. Gabin once again. Off to Buko. Westering trying to do their best to stop this Woodridge storm. Toby that man Buko once again. Atengosi Gyose, Westering's vice captain. Sisa Jasop taken to ground by Woodridge's number 14. Referee calls play back.
We can all tell it's a very physical ruck today. A little bit too physical for Westering. Westering has to up their game in order to gain points in this game.
Oh, you know, Woodridge looks to be the bigger side amongst the two. So the physicality will be theirs. We should just need to try to do their best to attack the space more than anything. Attack the space, not the face, is what they normally say. It will be a scrum. Close to center. Looks to be Westering's ball. It's that man Kauta Fobe, Westering's number 9 to feed.
All Westering has to do today is keep their heads up, look for the spaces and put each other into space. The only way they're going to win this match is being by unselfish.
Most definitely. I agree with you, Masa. Westering seem to have a bit of a trick up their sleeve. With that man Latita Titi, the fullback, standing right behind the number 10, Avumile. It is Kauta Fobe to feed.
Lieutenant Limbenga just moved to blind side from Westering, the number 13.
The Terminator, Ndando Mbambani, off to Latita Titi. Ball's going out wide. Kauta with a bit of a grubber kick downfield. It's that man Soldadla once again. Off to Buko. Ball's going out wide. Woodridge on the attack. Finn Will, that number 12 over there, taken to ground.
Woodridge is trying their best to carry the ball back and to avoid playing in their own half of the field. He tries to keep the ball in play, but he fails to, and the referee calls an advantage to Woodridge.
Bit of a wild pass from that man, Tsuenga Ngapai, from the Woodridge side. Trying to get it out wide, but forcing that pass over there. It will be that man, the vice captain. My apologies, it is Junaid to find touch. Looks to be on the 22 of Westering. It's that man Ngapai once again. And he will be throwing this time into that line out. About to throw into that line out. Bit of commotion over there from the supporters. It's Ngapai.
Looks like Westering is dropping their guard a bit. It's a Westering ball turnover.
You know, Westering need to be very careful at this time, you know. We understand that the temperature is quite extreme. It is a very hot day, but they need to make sure that they get ball in hand, get the basics right. You know, this type of weather is very much a fitness tester, if I may say.
And their lung capacities as well.
Most definitely. Looks to be a Westering line out. It's that man Zika Kilani for the throw.
And Westering manages to get possession of the ball. They try to take it back to their back line. They try to carry the ball back.
Atengosi Gyose inside step. Tries to get through the gap. Does well. Atengosi Gyose, the vice skipper. Westering still in possession of the ball. It will be the Tem Mandenge for Westering to take it up.
And a fight breaks out on the field by Ndando, number 8 from Westering, and number 10 from Woodridge.
A bit of argy-bargy over there. You know, such games are very emotional games for these schools. The hype that this game has gotten over time is quite great. So it will make sense. It is quite... it is also a physical game, so you should be expecting such things.
And especially since Westering didn't only be playing for themselves, but they'd be playing for all their juniors and other teams from school.
Most definitely. It is a scrum for Woodridge into Westering's 22-meter. Westering's defense looking quite ready to face. Woodridge looking ready to attack. It's that man Gavin to feed.
And it's a pretty physical scrum. Both teams seem to have pretty strong legs. and the scrum appear to be standing still because of the even leg strength.
Referee stops play for the Woodridge side. It's that man Junaid to find his touch comfortably into Westering's half. Westering boys under a lot of pressure over here for the second time in this game. It will be Woodridge for the attack once again with the territorial advantage. And it will be their line out. It's that man Ngapaye once again for the throw. Misses his jumper. It's that man the Terminator Nano Mabani to break on the loose. Bit of contact over there. Kauta Fobe out to Avumile Katu to Kilani. Kilani taken to ground. Referee stops play once again.
And we can all clearly see Westerings using more bronze than brains today. I believe they were supposed to kick out in that situation, and they are playing out of.
Most definitely, you know.
Pressure.
Most definitely, you know. Westering looking to play a bit of running rugby over there. Not very smart, considering that they are under a lot of pressure in terms of the territory. They should be looking to clear their lines. But with the normal number 10 out, who is Lemuel Kramer, things are a bit difficult.
And this is a line out for Woodridge. Scrum for Woodridge.
Referee calls play back against the Woodridge side. It will be Westering. Westering's ball. Very interesting to see what they'll want to be doing. Seems to be that man Avumile Katu, the number 10, to try and find touch. Does not find touch. Ball lands into Buku's hands. Beautiful step over there. Is that man Books. Taken to ground by the skipper, Luther Human. Very aggressive boy, Luther. Luther takes it up. And referee stops play. Woodridge looking to take a quick tap.
Westering has just been blown for falling over the ruck. Woodridge kicks for touch, and they make a beautiful kick. This is going to be their line out, still in the 22 of Westering High School. Woodridge should be very confident today. They've had most possession of the ball, and they've mostly played in the half of Westering High School so far.
Oh, that man Avumile Katu over there making some silly mistakes over there. When you're positioned over there, you should be doing your utmost best to get that ball into touch. It will be Woodridge's ball. Seems to be creating a maul. Maul is not moving.
It has been pretty challenging for Westering to keep up with Woodridge's lineouts. The only time Woodridge fails their lineouts is by personal mistakes by them. Now a fight breaks out on the field.
Quick tap over there. It's that man Ngapai taken to ground by Apelile Mamoti. It's that man Gavin once again to Books. Books with a pass out wide to that number 6 over there, James Taylor. Toby Gavin once again. Ball out wide. Books once again. It's at number 12 once again. Storming off to the try line. Fenwell for that try for Woodridge. It is the second try for Woodridge early within the game. First half.
What a beautiful try by Woodridge. Same corner as the first try. I'm sure Woodridge is going to be bulleting for that corner for the rest of the game, since it looks like the easiest target for them. Weakest target for Westering.
And more than anything, I think this is a very mental game.
And Westering hasn't received their wake-up call yet. It's taking them quite a while to bounce back, but I'm sure the boys are going to bounce back at some point.
Most definitely. Boys need to keep their heads up so that this doesn't worsen. It is very difficult to chase a score, especially in the second half. It's that man, Junaid, for that kick for Woodridge. Doesn't make it, but it will be Woodridge with 12 points and Westering still with no points.
Back to the middle of the field as Westering is about to kick off again towards Woodridge territory.
It will be that man once again, Avumile Katu. For the kickoff, seems to be a change in plans. It will be Kauta Fobe, Westering's number 9. For the kickoff this time.
Looks like Westering is deciding to take it nice and slowly today. Not a
Counter
very
for me.
Not a very deep kickoff, which makes it way easier for Woodridge to catch the ball and to carry it up back right in front of the 50-meter line.
Big bump from that man. Gunko, Woodridge's captain, over there doing well to gain many meters for his team.
And Westering just had possession, but they just got blown by the ref for a knock-on. Now it's going to be a scrum for Woodridge. And we all do not know what to expect from this scrum, especially since both teams have been showing heart in their scrums and rucks today.
No, Westering not using that back line that they have over there. They've got quite a lot of pace in that back line. Not being able to use it so far. That man, Sisa Jasop, quite the sprinter. Last year, being a Grand Coma Week player, Lusanele Mbenga, Westering's number 13. Woodridge fumbling the ball over there.
Westering getting a chance to capitalize on it. Kauta shot up and attempted to put in a tackle and put it in successfully. And now it's a successful steal by Westering High School.
It's that man Fobe to try and find touch. He doesn't find touch far, but the ball is out and that's what matters.
They didn't gain much meters from this, but hopefully the boys can capitalize from it.
Wishing looking to load that back line of theirs with that pace, jet shoes that they have over there. It's that man Kilali to find his jumper.
And now they're mauling towards the try line of Woodridge. The maul is going at Westering's favor so far.
Westering with a big maul, gaining many meters.
Kauta offloads the ball.
It's that man Atengosi Kiyose, vice keeper, with a step inside, trying to maintain position of the ball. Referee pushes the Woodridge boys even further back.
Calls a Westering advantage for a high tackle.
Looks like they'll be looking. It is that man Dogozokana.
Kicks
Westering's tight head to find his touch. A very unusual thing to see over there. Tight head prop, kicking for touch.
but it did seem like an easy kick for touch. And they're very close to the try line. If the maul goes the same as last time, they're for sure over it. They play their legendary line out trick, and
It is that trick once again. It worked against Alex and it's working against Woodridge as well. Westering for their first points. It will be that man, the Terminator, Ndando Mbambani, to get those points onto that board for Westering. It will be 12-5. Westering with their first points onto that board within this game. Woodridge not expecting that at all. Quite beautiful to see over there. Westering getting back into this game. Here they do cheer squads or spirit sort of competing, having their own competition over there. They seem to be having their own game.
seems like Westering has woken up their cheer squad, their pavilions, and looks like both schools brought the chaos today.
Most definitely. Westering boys picking their heads up, getting their heads into the game. Those coaches over there, Mr. Marcel Pinar, Divan de Beer, and Bapelele Pango, doing quite a lot of work during the week to get these boys ready for this game. It will be that man, Junaid, to restart the game once again.
And now it's a Woodridge kickoff into Westering territory. Westering fixes themselves to receive a deep kickoff. The 10-meter line is totally clear. Them knowing it's not going anywhere near that. It's a deep kickoff by Woodridge. Woodridge players jump over Westering players. Sisa Jasop receives the ball.
Sisa Jasop doing well to get ball in hand over there. Woodridge being penalized for their acts. Toby Avumile Katu to try and find his touch. Finds his touch. It will be a Westering line out over there within their own half. And it will be that man, Ntsika Kilani, once again to throw into that line out.
It seems like Westering is planning on taking it phase by phase today, as they're playing a slow game with ball in hand.
It's that man Kilani to misses his jumper, and Woodridge capitalize on that. Referee makes a decision. Calls play back. Seems to be a scrum.
It's a line out.
It will be a Woodridge line out. It will be that man Gwenga for the throw. Once again, Gwenga has been doing quite well to find his jumpers over there. Bit of a fumble from the Woodridge side. Good contest from the Westering.
As much as they fumbled the ball in that line out, they managed to keep possession of the ball, and they're playing it out wide. Number 12 on the ball right now. What a beautiful carry. Strong run.
Big carry from Finwell. It's that man Gabon once again to Books with a pass out wide. It's that man Junaid getting lots of meters.
And they've targeted that corner once again, and they get their third try in the same corner they got their first 2 tries.
You know, that man Buko doing quite well for his team. The vice captain, he is. Looks to be the main man over here. Number 10.
And he seems very active as well on the field. He seems to be everywhere. Last time I checked, he was on this side of the field, and he received the ball on that side of the field. And beautiful hands by him caused them to score on the left corner of Westering High School.
Westering need to get their heads into the game. Bit of a team talk over there that we are able to see. It's that man Junaid once again.
And it seems like the boys are trying to encourage each other there. Getting a bit of water.
Junaid with a big boot over there. Does not get the ball over. Has the power, but lost accuracy. It will be Westering once again for yet another kickoff.
As the score is 7-5 to Woodridge. 17-5 to Woodridge.
It's that man Kauta for Westering's number 9 once again to restart the game. It's Kauta.
See Sakyas up on the chase. He doesn't manage to get the tackle in. The tackle he was hoping to get.
Beautiful offload from that man Books. Bit of physicality over there from the Woodridge side.
Woodridge's rucks are very secure, but today they failed to secure the ball right now.
It's that man Kauta Fobe. Seems to be handing it over to Avumile Katu to find touch. Katu finds touch. Westering now with the territorial advantage for the second time in the game.
This should be a confidence booster for Westering, and it looks like they decide to take it nice and slow as they plan what their next attack is going to be.
You know, like we've said earlier on, this type of weather is quite the fitness test. It looks as if the boys are tired. It's that man Kilani for the throw.
So far,
Referee
Woodridge,
calls for time wasting.
Woodridge is passing their fitness test. I wish I could say the same for Westering right now. Looks like Westering has to get a bit of
Tap and go that man Ngapai. Gains meters. Taken to ground by Jason Ferreira. Referee calls play back. Seems to be a knock on. It will be a scrum for Woodridge. That man Gabon for the feed. Oh, Westering making many silly mistakes over here. Not getting the basics right. I think they're feeling the pressure, most probably because of the score. They need to keep their cool, get their heads into the game, and keep that defense solid. Referee breaks that scrum once again. It's yet another Westering ball. It's that man Avumile Katu once again. And he will be looking for that touch. Quick tap by the man Dogozokana. Takes it up. Westering still in position. Kauta Fobe out to Apilela Mamoti. Mamoti gaining meters. It's Ite Mandeke. The lucid. Apilela Mamoti for the break. Tries to get a grab out. Fails in doing so.
And it seems like he took a step on the outside of the field.
See the Westering boys going at that linesman from the Woodridge team. Not happy with the decision that the linesman has made.
And it seems like the referee is going with it.
The referee has to trust his linesman. What his linesman says is what goes.
As he is also authority.
It will be that man, Wenga once again for the feed. Apilela Mamoti gets the ball out to the Teman Denge. Denge taken to ground by Woodridge. Kauta Fobe out to Ndogozo Ghana. Ghana steps inside, goes alone. Bit of a fumble over there. Kauta still in possession of the ball. Out to that man Kilani. Takes it up. Tries to gain some meters. Kauta Fobe once again out of Milikatu. Chooses to step inside and go alone. Isn't successful in doing so. Kauta trying to get to the ball. Woodridge doing well at that ruck. Going for the counter.
Referee calls an advantage for Westering High School.
Advantage is over. It's that man Dogozogana with ball in hand once again. Dogozogana taking control of the game.
He's looking to look for touch, and Kauta takes the ball from him.
Kauta finds touch comfortably. Does well. That number 9 over there, Kauta Fobe.
Did you notice the last line out when Woodridge tried to play a similar move as a move that Westering played when they got their first try?
Yeah, you know.
But it didn't go as smoothly as we could all have seen. He fumbled it. And now it's a Westering line out.
Kilani once again for the throw. Finds his jumper, Jason Ferreira. Referee stops play.
First cue line out. And now Westering doesn't see what the referee sees.
Seems to be that man, Gabon, for the feed. It will be a scrum. Deep into Woodridge's half. Westering with the territorial advantage. This time.
With no possession.
Westering need to do well to try and stop that ball from getting deep into their half once again. Seems as if that they're finding it difficult to get out of their half once those Woodridge boys are in. It's that man Gabon for the feed. Woodridge will be looking to clear their lines. Unsuccessful in doing so. Game put to a stop. Referee calling play back. Seems to be getting a card out. It is a yellow card. Not sure who it has been given to. See no player going off of there. It is the skipper, Luther Human, who has been given the yellow card. Books finds his touch. Still within their own half. It will be a Woodridge ball. Westering with one man down. The skipper, quite a very important player for them. It will be that man Ngapayi once again for the throw. Ngapayi throws, finds his jumper quite well. Looks to be their skipper Ginkel.
And the maul has been collapsed. Now Westering gains possession of the ball still in Woodridge's half.
Looks to be scrum time once again. And it will be a Westering ball. Very exciting to see what Westering have up their sleeve with all of that pace in that back line.
And it's pretty shocking to see Katu in the number 10 jersey today, considering he usually plays number 15.
You know, that man Lemel Kramer, the normal number 10, is off. So it will be that man Katu to play that number 10. It is Kauta Fobe. Out to Katu. Katu moving brazily, tries to get the ball out wide. Bit of a fumble over there from the Westering side. Westering once again not getting basics right. Fortunately for them, referee pushing the Woodridge boys even further back.
And the referee calls an advantage for Westering, an offside advantage by the number 9 from Woodridge.
Kauta Fobe to find his touch comfortably into Woodridge's half. Westering boys looking more pumped, hyping each other up, try to boost their confidence.
And feeling very comfortable being in the Woodridge half for this time.
Back line loaded. Guns are about to be blazing. It will be that man Kilani once again for the throw. Kilani finds a jumper, Mamoti. Referee stops play once again.
And he blows Westering for another skew throw in the line out. And it is going to be a scrum now to Woodridge College. And it's been quite a few challenging scrums for Westering today, considering they only won one scrum in this whole game.
It's that man Gabon once again for the feed into Woodridge's scrum. Gabon Shabanel.
And Westering has to scrum with only 7 players, seeing their number 5, Luther, has been given a yellow card. Their beloved captain.
Woodridge still in possession of the ball. Under a lot of pressure, not being able to clear their lines.
After Westering successfully shoots up and slows them down from clearing the ball in their own 5-meter line.
Westering doing quite well to get that ball back. It will be that man once again, Kauta Fobe, for the feed. Sanele Mbenga looking quite ready for the attack. Quite physical, number 13 over there.
And you know, once he gets the ball, magical stuff comes out of that.
Most definitely. Scrum is loading. Of Milikatu looking ready to receive. Atengosi Gyose, who is currently playing number 12. It's Kauta for the quick tap. Out to Kilani. Referee calls play back once again. Westering trying to play that ball quickly over there. It's that man Dogo Zokana. Looking as if he wants to go for that quick tap once again. They choose to go for a scrum. Probably trying to use that backline that they have.
We're not pretty sure this is a very smart decision, considering they're one man down in their scrum, which means Woodridge has a one-man advantage in their scrum.
You know, normally the referee stops the opposition side from contesting once a man is off. Scrum sitting over there.
Seems like today scrums remain physical and contests. Now it goes to the
position. Shot ball to that man Benga. Like we've said before, making that carry, trying to gain meters, but taken to ground by the skipper Ginkel. Out wide to Apelila Mamoti. Bit of a fumble, knocks the ball on. Is Mamoti.
And Woodridge gets a bit of an advantage from that. Westering High School gets possession of the ball, but the referee calls advantage to Woodridge because of the Westering fumble.
It will be a Woodridge ball.
Since Westering has fumbled it and knocked it on.
It's that man Gabon once again for the feed. See the Westering wingers dropping back in case of that exit kick. See Buko over there, vice keeper for Woodridge, looking loaded for the exit. Quite a lot of changes into this Westering side. Atengosi Gyose, who normally plays 13, wearing that number 12 jersey. This time, Lusanele Mbenga, who is normally a winger, into that number 13 jersey. Latita Titi, also normally a winger, moved back to fullback. And we see a new man into the side, Tristan. playing at that wing. Torby Gavin once again for the feed. Westering doing quite well. It's that man Junaid for the Goosey. Clears Woodridge off of their lines with a big kick downfield. Quite a big boot that boy has over there. Tita Titi going for the run. Titi trying to go for an exit kick. Doesn't kick the ball far. Woodridge still in possession of the ball. It is a big bump onto Tita Titi by one of the Woodridge boys. That man Gavin out to books. Bit of a fumble from the Woodridge side. Woodridge number 6.
Sisa Jasop gets the ball. Oh, and they deliver a big hit to Sisa Jasop, which causes him to drop the ball, which makes the ref call for a knock on.
That man Junaid trying. Bit of a high tackle on Junaid from the Westering boys. Referee playing the advantage.
And the referee did not seem to notice that high tackle. Oh, he did. And he's still counting the advantage for it. Westering gains possession of the ball. They try to drive forward, and they manage to get over the 50-meter line. And these boys look like they're trying to gain more meters. They try going to the blind side. Sisa Jasop for the cover. Strong ruck by Woodridge High School, which causes Westering to drop the ball. And the ball goes out.
That will be halftime. Game comes to a pause. Hopefully the boys come back better and stronger mentally and physically. That will be the first half of the Woodridge versus Westering game.
And the Woodridge boys are still in the lead by 17-5. Honestly, bad decision making and slow decision making.
Ball out to that pod. Takes it up and taken to ground by the Westering side. Gavin once again out to Books. Books with that pass. Gunkel with a bit of a goosey. Physical man, Gunkel. Gains quite a lot of meters for Woodridge. Out to Junaid. Westering doing their best to defend. Woodridge with a bit of a fumble. Referee calls play back. Seems to be a Woodridge ball. It's that man Gavin. Once again, quick tap. And he goes off, out wide, to that number 6. Sort of mistaken over there, thinking that they have gotten the try. Woodridge boys getting quite excited. Unfortunately for them, referee stops play. And it is deep within Westering's half.
Which means Woodridge College will be very comfortable right now, but they can't be too comfortable since it's a Westering ball.
I think also Gyasi over there looking to have some issues.
Louis, the Westering captain, is back on, which means in the scrums it's neck and neck. It's 8-8. Hopefully Woodridge hasn't gotten very comfortable with pushing 7 boys in the scrum.
Tobe and Kauta for before the feed. Out to Katu. Katu looking to clear their lines. Sort of a grubber kick downfield. That man, Sodladla, not being able to get it the first time. Moving very quickly, Sodladla he is. Moving brazenly downfield. Gains meters for himself.
And he sends the ball over the 10-meter line on the Westering turf.
Out to that man Finwell once again. Quite a good carrier over there for the Woodridge side.
Westering manages to gain possession. Tokozogana goes to ground because of a groin injury, as it seems from this direction.
See the first aiders running onto field for Ndokozokana. Quite a stop to the game. That will be. No danger man for this game seems to be that man.
A groin injury on Tokozogana, but we seem to have a problem. The fact that all the first aiders are females, so they can't quite do much there.
It's that man Kautafobe to try and find touch. Kautafobe finds his touch.
Finds it successfully, but they are still in their own half.
This time it will be the Tembandenge for the throw for Westering. Switches with Kilani. Kilani once again for the throw. It is Ntsika Kilani. Kilani throws, finds his jumper. Jason Ferreira out to Kauta Fobe. Fobe out to Katu. Katu, shot ball to that man, the Terminator, Ndando Mbambani. Woodridge boys pushed back. Ndokozogana looking for the quick tap. Needs to remain calm. It's a skipper, Luther Human, back on the field. Toby Kauta Fobe once again to try and find touch for the Westering side. Sila Tita Diti, the fullback, dropping back. Kauta Fobe finds touch, not very far. But he has found touch, and that is what matters.
And he's found touch over the 50-meter line, which means they're a few meters inside Woodridge's territory.
Sadman Kilani for the throw once again. Misses his jumper. Is that man Kilani. Woodridge capitalize on that. That man Gabon. Ball out to Books. Chooses to go. Bit of shot and go from Books. Shows a clean pair of heels. Out to Books once again. Wild pass out. Seems to have been forward. Referee stops play and calls it back. Pushes the Woodridge boys further back. Gunkel trying to reason with the referee. Not happy with that decision made over there. Referee calling the vice captain Buko. Having a bit of a word with him over there. Woodridge boys not happy with the decision that the ref has made. But this is the ref's ground. What he says goes. And there is no changing it. That man Latita Titi to try and find touch. Punts it up. And finds touch into Woodridge's half. Both sides looking to feel a bit heavy over there. Temperature being the main cause of that.
And now Westering with possession will be playing the ball inside Woodridge's 10-meter line. Westering's lineouts have been pretty good so far. They've only fumbled one, as I have counted. We have no clue what to expect from this one. And
Westering with possession of the ball. It will be that man Luther Human trying to keep possession of the ball, trying to play it on the ground. Woodridge doing quite well for the counter ruck. Gunkel picks it up and goes. Our apologies, was not Gunkel over there. It's Books out wide. Big hit by Mbenga. It's Junaid with a clean pair of heels, stepping his way into Westering's half. Lugana tries to pick it up, referee stops play.
What a beautiful performance by that number 13. He seemed to be able to step his way back into the middle of the field to give Woodridge a choice, more options on whether to play it left or right or run it up straight through.
I'd say it's probably that scrum cap. It's probably what's making him move like this, as he hasn't. New player onto that field. Tristan off, and it is that man Zwitzi onto that field for the Westering side, number 22. It will be a line out for Woodridge.
Apelele Mamoti manages to intercept the ball. He runs down the touch line and gets taken out just before he reaches the 50-meter line.
Westering vice captain does well. Napai trying to go for the quick throw. Doesn't work.
Seems like the ref is not happy with that decision and he wants to play the game his own way.
Sadman Napai for the throw. Throws, finds his jumper comfortably. It's that man Gunkel. It's that man Gavin trying to go alone. Taken out to touch.
And now it's going to be a Westering scrum in their own half, just by their 10-meter line. They should be looking to find a successful line out in order to cross the 50-meter line, get comfortability, in order to raise up their confidence and go for another try. Ball stolen by Woodridge and popped off to their number 2, who takes a strong carry and takes it down to ground. Number 9 offloads it to number 10. Woodridge, number 8, one of their biggest guys, has a strong carry but was put on his shoulder and carried back by Westering High School.
It's that man Gavin once again. Out to Books. Kick across field. Beautiful kick that was. Unsuccessful though. Referee calls play back.
That was a beautiful kick. The wing managed to get to the ball, but he couldn't manage to catch it the first time. Ref calls a knock on by Woodridge High School, which means it is now a scrum to Westering High School.
It will be that man Kauta Fobe once again for the feed for Westering High School. Kauta Fobe doing quite well, stepping up over there with the boot. Not gaining quite a lot of meters, but at least getting the ball out to touch, which is very important in such a game. You know, the boys would obviously love to keep possession of the ball and play some running rugby. It's never nice to defend,
in your own half.
It's that man Kauta Phobia for the feed. Feeds it in. Woodridge looking quite dominant in that scrum over there. Katu tries to kick the ball downfield. Atengo Sikiosi, restrictions number 12, tackled in the air. Referee seems to be playing advantage. Atita Titi taken to ground. Referee calls play back.
Referee calls the advantage for Westering High School for a very dangerous tackle by Woodridge College. Ref seems to have taken out a yellow card and has given the dangerous tackler a yellow card for the tackle he has delivered.
Junaid Gaza. They call him Gaza over there. Man taken off. Yellow card for a dangerous tackle. It's the normal vice. It's the normal number 10 over there. Lemuel Kramer onto that field. They call him the general with the number 21 jersey. Back onto that field, looking quite pumped, ready to move. See some changes to that back line. Kramer back on for Westering.
And it seems like Westering doesn't find its jumper. Number 6 catches the ball out of the air from the line out, attempts to offload the ball, but he fumbles it. But somehow Woodridge College lost the ball in the ruck with a clean steal. Ref sees advantage for Westering for a high tackle.
Kauta Phobia out to Mamoti. Kilani taken out to touch.
The number 13 who has received a yellow card seems to be pumped by the touchline and yelling at the Westering player that has just been driven out.
A very emotional game once again. Boys will be chirping each other. Boys will be boys. This is a game of rugby. What? This is a game of rugby after all. It will be that man Kramer to try and find touch. Boots the ball downfield.
With that kick, he shows everyone here today that he is back and he's on the field.
And he is the general. Sorting out his back line over there, positioning them well.
And taking charge today. It seems like the game is going to change in Westering's favor, and we should be expecting a pretty good game from this.
It will be a Westering line out. Kilani feeds.
Woodridge manages to gain possession in their own half, which should make them a bit more comfortable and a bit more confident. The best thing you can have in your half is possession of the ball. Woodridge exits the ball.
Ball out. Twitty chooses to go for the quick tap of Milekatu moving downfield.
That was a pretty risky decision, seeing they might have conceded a try through doing that.
Kauta Phobia doing his best to recover. Jason Ferreira with a pickup.
But he knocks the ball on, and the ref notices it. He calls a scrum in Woodridge's favor.
Twitty feeling a lot of pressure over there. Trying to go for that quick throw. Turns out to be a bad thing. It will be a Woodridge scrum within Westering's half. Boys looking a bit tired over there.
Seems like Woodridge has a bit of a shoulder injury, but they decide to ignore it for now, saving it for later. They go into their scrumming positions and they get ready for another big push in this game. Considering the back line is one man down, they might be struggling to make a call today.
Westering should be capitalizing on such moments with very important players such as Junaid off of the field. You should be looking at penetrating that back line, his defense, and getting over that try line.
And now it's another scrum, but this time it's a turnover. It's a Westering ball. Still in a Westering High School's half of the field.
It will be that man Kauta Phobia, Westering's number 9. Scrum off for the feed. Referee Trying to get things right over there, speaking to the players.
And it turns out the ball is still in Woodridge's possession.
It will be that man, Gavin, for the feed. Gavin from Woodridge feeds it. Gunkel
And they
takes
just-
it to the blind. Gunkel goes. He goes all the way. Gunkel over the try line. It is another Woodridge try against Westering. It is that man, Gunkel.
and he's been
Referee.
and he's been performing beautifully today.
Referee stops play. It is not a try. It is a knock-on from that man, Gunkel. Woodridge boys getting very excited over there. But unfortunately, it is not a try.
But that was a beautiful pickup from Gunkel, and he seemed to have gained a few more meters in deeper into Westering's territory. But now it's a scrum, and it's Westering's ball possession.
Wishing doing well over there to try and stop that try from happening. Hit on that big number 8, Gunkel, causing him to knock the ball on.
Beautiful push by Woodridge College,
Dogozogana for the quick tap.
and now he goes alone. But luckily his team was there to support him. Referee calls an advantage for an offside. It seems like Woodridge was not 10 meters.
It's that man, Lemo Kramer, to try and find touch. Kramer boots the ball downfield and finds his touch comfortably. Looks to be at the 50-meter mark.
And thanks to that beautiful kick, Westering High School is a bit shallow in their half.
Most definitely. Woodridge to defend this time. It will be a Westering line out. Seems to be that man, Tsika Kelani, once again for the throw. Not being very successful in his throws throughout the game. But there is always time to fix your mistake. Kilani for the throw. Finds his jumper, Ferreira. Out to Kilani once again. Kauta Fobe. Out to Kramer. Kramer trying to move. Kramer with a referee calls play back. Referee calls play back. Not happy with that over there. Woodridge, number 6, looking to have some issues with his shoulder. Seems to be James Taylor. That man James Taylor over there, facing some issues. It will be that man Buko to try and find touch for his side. Buko Pansi with a big boot finds his touch comfortably into Westering's half. Woodridge looking to play some physical rugby. They seem to be using their forwards quite a lot now. Not so much their back line.
And there is still 17 minutes to this match, as Woodridge is still on the lead by 17-5.
It's that man Gunkel to take it up. Referee stops play, pushes those Woodridge boys back. Kramer trying to tap the ball quickly. It will be Kramer to try and find touch. Very confident number 10 over there, Lemuel Kramer, with a bit of flair. He will try and find his touch. Kramer with a bit of a sloppy kick over there, does not find touch. Out to Soldadla. Soldadla with a not so good pass out to Buko. Buko with a pace, shows his clean pair of heels, moving brazily. Stopped by Apelile Mamoti. It's that man Gabon. There's the number 9 to take it up. Taken to ground. There you go. For the blind. Gabon back at it. Out to Buko. Buko with a bit of show and go. Taken to ground. That man Buko very quick with his feet over there. Moving quite brazily. And very quickly.
Woodridge attempts to quick tap, but the referee makes another decision. Now possession is with Westering High School.
Out to
As they
Katu.
play. As they-
Katu Mbenga. Mbenga with the pace, tries to offload to keep the ball in. Ball still in. Play. Kauta Fobe trying to get away with it. Sloppy pass intercepted. That man is gone. Looks to be good. Latita Titi with a recovery tackle.
Beautiful offload to keep the ball in play, which landed up in the hands of Woodridge, which led them over the try line to score another try.
Unfortunately, Woodridge do not score their try. They have been taken out to touch. Latita Titi being the man to take the Woodridge man out into touch. It will be a Westering line out within their own 22.
Most of this half we've been in Westering's 50 meters, and I am not sure what Westering is planning on doing to get out of this predicament.
It will be that man Kilani for the throw. That man James Taylor seems to be going off, injured over there. Done quite well, the boy. Well done to him. New man onto that field. Smaller is that number 19. Black scrum cap. Kilani for the throw, finds his jumper. Kramer for the exit kick. Boots the ball downfield. Does it comfortably. It's that man, Mbenga for the chase. Clean Bill Fields, Chechu is over there. He's that man, Buzo Pango. Woodridge still in position. Gavin out to Books. Books passes a wild ball out. Clean Pure Fields. He's that man, Junaid, once again. Back on. Cheeky dive is Junaid. And he is back on. Showing Westering that he is back and he is the man.
What a beautiful and clean breakthrough there, which led them to a bigger gap in their lead.
Woodridge doing quite well within these later stages of the game. Still scoring those tries. Westering not taking the advantage of the number of men that they had. That man Junaid back on and showing his talent. Westering boys still need to keep their heads within this game. It is not too late with 12 minutes onto that clock. It's got a lot of time to show some magic. Junaid tries to get it over and get those 2 points converted for his team, but does not do so successfully. It's over that man, Lemuel Kramer, for the restart.
And now Westering is going on another chase into Woodridge's territory as the score gap is widened in Woodridge's favor with the score 22-5.
To be the man, Lemuel Kramer once again. The general. Mbenga sent by Kramer.
For the slaughter, they managed to hold him up, but he manages to put a knee down and to take the ball to ground. Ball is still in Woodridge's.
Junaid for the clear. Seems to have cleared it into touch. Out to Kauta Fobe. Quick throw that they choose. Out to Atengo Sikiose. Atengo Sikiose with the pace. Out to Latita Titi. Goosey. Cheeky Goose. Step inside. Tongue out. Is that man Titi gaining quite a lot of meters for the Westering side. Westering still maintaining position. Kauta Fobe. Out to Tika Kilani. Kilani out to the skipper. Luther. Kramer with the ball. It's a Terminator. Narumamani. Out to Mbenga. Mbenga.
A big hit to Lusanele Mbenga, which causes him to drop the ball, and the ball went out. Now it's going to be a Woodridge scrum in Woodridge's own 22-meter line.
It's Edmund Kilani once again for the throw. Westering doing quite well to gain that territory.
It is very dangerous to have a Westering scrum in your own 22-meter line. As we have seen the first half, how they've played it, but they failed to find their jumper, and Woodridge gained possession in the air.
Referee calling play back, pushing those Woodridge boys even further back. Westering trying to get the ball. It will be a Westering ball. Bit of chirping over there from that tight head, Ndogozo Ghana. Referee having a bit of a word with him to keep the discipline. Talk with the man, Nino Grammar.
Seems like Westering is struggling to make a decision here. They do not know whether they should go for scrum or they should kick for touch.
Grammar to go for touch. Grammar finds his touch comfortably within Woodridge's half. It is once again another Westering line out, and it will be that man, the Tembandenge, the Lucy, to throw this time. The Tembandenge normally playing as a hooker. Ndenge misses his jumper. Referee stops play once again against Westering this time. Quick tap is that man Ngapai. Woodridge still in possession of the ball. Tries to go for a box kick, and he boxes it out into touch. Referee calls play back, pushing the Westering boys further back. Seems to be Junaid over there to try and go for touch. Junaid to go for the kick. Referee pushing the Woodridge boys back. It is Junaid to find touch comfortably. Junaid doing quite well over there to try and find touch. Westering not doing very well at this time of the game, making silly mistakes. Napai finds his touch, finds his jumper, but the jumper doesn't do well in keeping the ball in hand. Luther Human trying to go for a counter ruck against the Woodridge side. Ball out to Buko. Bit of a fumble over again, feeling the pressure and the heat. Westering trying to do their utmost best to get ball back. Woodridge still in possession. Is that man Junaid to try and use his feet over there. Buko with a pass out to the winger, steps out into touch, unfortunately. Looking at the man. Bit of pressure felt by that winger.
And he had a very disappointed face on when he realized he stepped out. And now it is going to be a Westering line out deep into Woodridge's territory. We are all wondering how Westering High School is going to capitalize from this.
Ndenge misses his jumper, unfortunately, once again. Westering getting excited over there, but referee calls play back.
Referee calls 3 knocks, but first knock was by Westering, unfortunately, which means it's going to be a scrum, still in Woodridge's 22, but Woodridge has possession of the ball.
6 minutes left onto that timer. Score being 22-5 for Woodridge.
Seems like Woodridge has already got the victory in the bag. Unless a miracle can occur for Westering High School.
Referee breaks that scrum. It's that man Buko to try and go alone. Taken to ground by the Westering boys. It will be a bit of a fumble over there from both sides.
Buko Pansi has had a very great run today. His carries have been strong, his steps have been magical, and he's had a pretty good kicking game as well.
It's that man, Junaid, to find touch once again. It will be Ngabai for the throw. Bald man over there, Ngapai, for the throw. Throws into it, finds his jumper, Gunkel. Ball thrown skew into that line out. And referee sees that, stopping play. It seems to be a scrum. Ball is taken further left into that field. Scrum down, Westering ball. It will be Kauta Fobe for the feed. See the Woodridge boys getting ready to defend. Zeman Sodlat at the back, having dropped back. In case of that chip kick over there. Westering looking quite ready. See the two centers very flat.
Lemuel Grammar looking as if he's lost all hope, but knows for a fact he has to keep going.
Fobe out to Grammar. Grammar out to Katu. Katu tries to get the ball out. Keeps it in hand. Grammar trying to go for the counter ruck.
Successful counteract by Woodridge College, but referee decides to go otherwise and give the possession back to Westering High School.
Referee once again call it stopping play. Ball out to Apelila Mamoti. Mamoti out to Kiyosi. Kiyosi out to Ghana. Ghana steps inside. Tries to go alone. Taken to ground, unfortunately. It's that man Fobe out to the blind.
Kauta makes the wrong decision. He decides to go blindside, even though they are outnumbered on that side. They deliver a big hit to him while he attempts to get off an offload, but then the ball just got tossed outside.
Fobe not doing well over there to keep ball in hand and play that running rugby that they want to play. Haven't seen much from the Westering backline today. Normally playing quite a lot of moves, having a lot planned, but I haven't seen much today. It will be scrum down for Westering. That man Kauta Fobe for the feed once again. 3 minutes left onto that timer. And it will be Fobe for the feed. Referee just doing his normal checks, making sure that everything is good. Scrum down. And it is time for that sit. Out to Kramer. Kramer moving. Tries to go for the kick downfield. Looking for the pace. It's that man Ati. Chasing the ball. Dots it down. Is that man Junaid. Does well over there.
Referee calls an advantage in Westering High School's favor. Westering High School is deep into the territory of Woodridge College on their 5-meter line. Westering High School has got a scrum in their possession of the ball.
It will be scrum down once again. Kauta Fobe with ball in hand. Once again, and he will be feeding that ball into that scrum. Fobe for the feed. Fed into the scrum. Woodridge doing quite well. Getting that ball from that scrum. Kauta doing his best to defend and is successful in doing so. Woodridge for the play once again. It's that man, Finwell, for the play. Referee calls play back. See that man, Gavin once again. Tries to keep possession of the ball. Fumbles it.
Woodridge for the offload. They play their back line.
Beautiful offload to Funwell from Pansi.
Ref calls a Westering ball. And Westering decides to take a quick tap and runs it blindside. But their winger tries to double step but sees no progress and offloads the ball to number 7 for Westering.
Dr. Dusty there tries to do his best to get the better of his man. Unsuccessful in doing so, though.
Referee calls another advantage. Woodridge players win 10 in the first advantage play. And now Westering is bound to make a decision. And they decide to go for touch.
Westering
Samuel Kramer is looking for touch and he kicks the ball out successfully.
Westering trying to get most points out of this game whilst they still can. Trying to go for that try instead of getting those 3 points from that kick. Sensible to do so.
It is a Westering line out. And they fumble it once again. In the beginning of the game, the lineouts were perfect. They knocked the ball on, and the ref calls the game. It's a Woodridge victory by 22-5.
Game full of events.
This game ends with a 17-point gap to Woodridge.
That is game, ladies and gentlemen. I am Monica Sukutu, and next to me is...
Masanelise Fekakwebe.
And we have brought the game to you live, and that will be it.
Thank you.